Okay, next up, rich answers in search. And just in case you're not familiar with what this is, here are a couple of examples. Here's an example of, how many calories in a pepperoni pizza. It's 285. I know you were all wondering. And if you aren't clear as to what 2 times 285 is, they give you a little calculator here, and you can actually dial it up to 2 slices, 3 slices, and so forth, and you can see what your dinner is doing to you. So, okay, next up, I'm going to try a little demo for you of another one. Wish me luck. Okay. Why are fire engines red?
According to Wonderopolis, one popular answer to why fire trucks are red goes something like this: because they have 8 wheels and 4 people on them, and 4 plus 8 makes 12, and there are 12 inches in a foot, and 1 foot is a ruler, and Queen Elizabeth was a ruler, and Queen Elizabeth was also a ship.
Sailed, sorry, they got cut off. Hang on, I got to read the rest of it. Sailed the seas, and in the seas are fish, and the fish have fins, and the fins fought the Russians, and the Russians are red, and fire trucks are always rushing around. So that's the full answer. So it's actually from a Monty Python skit. That's where it got from. And the reality is, I actually don't know whether they leave the answer up because they get such good engagement with it. Clearly, they didn't actually answer the question, right? And they do try to do that. But anyway, that's the best answer we've ever found in Google's rich answers. And by the way, just so you know, we published a study recently where we looked at 1.4 million search queries and found over 200,000 different rich answers. So we did really comprehensive study of all this. And that's still the best of them all. So actually, Siri, by the way, gives the same answer, in case you were wondering. So this is the first version of the study we did. We've done these tests twice. I mentioned one where we did 1.4 million queries. We originally did one with 850,000 queries, and the one and then we did it again to see how things progressed. So the first study was based on data from December of 2014, and then the second study was based on data in July of 2015. And we did this measurement to see how it was progressing. Is Google doing this more? Are they providing more of these answers? And here's what you see is, just looking at the bottom line here, almost 200,000 answers. 22.6% of the things we tested back in December gave an answer, and it's up to 31%. So that's an increase of nearly 40%. And the reason why this is important is this data shows us that they're doing more of it. And they're going to keep doing more of it. You're going to see more of this in the search results. And if you remember what I showed you before, this shows up above all the regular search results. So that's really cool. Some key points about rich answers. As I said, they're going to keep expanding. A lot of their rich answers come from public domain data. Don't use public domain data as a way to get search traffic to your website. It's not smart. It's not going to work. Eventually, Google's just going to take it away. Okay, and easily licensed data. If you search on certain song lyrics, Google shows that now because they have license agreements with some of the recording companies. So they're taking that away. And then you want to try to develop content that gets rich answers. And one of the questions I get asked a lot about this is, well, this is only for Wikipedia and the really authoritative domains, right? Well, here's an example from a site called Steady Demand. The question is how to get more followers on Google+. Their Moz domain authority is only 38. And you compare that to Wikipedia, which is 100. It's a big gap. So you don't have to have the most authoritative website out there. And so I'm going to walk into this example a little bit more because I want to show you a bit more about it. Here's how it showed up in the search results. The query was how to get more followers on Google+. And then boom, above all the search results, you have the explanation of the result and then a link to their page, right? So that's nice. And then it doesn't even present the whole answer, and there's a little more items thing down here. And what that means is that you have to click through. If I searched on this to get the full answer, I have to click through. How much traffic do you think that's going to drive to these people? Probably a lot, right? I'm going to show you that data in a moment. And the other cool thing is that they rank 5 normally, right? So they're normally in the 5th position, and they jumped over everybody to have a result above all the search results. That's really cool too. So this is a neat thing to understand. And on the page where they address this question, they give a really simple, direct answer to the question, right? So there's the answer. It's like, it kind of has the question there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's what you do. And Google found this. This is key. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this. And here's what it did for their traffic. That's pretty sweet, right? That's the traffic to that particular web page. It's up, I don't know, 3 times because they went from that number 5 position, which they actually still hold, to having this rich answer displayed by Google above everybody. It jumped right over 4 other people. Here's kind of what it got down to: is identify a simple question, provide a direct answer, offer value-added info. That's really important, and then make it really easy for users and Google to find in the on the web page. And that's basically what we ended up doing. So some key takeaways here: rich answers can and do drive more traffic, so they are desirable to get them. The algorithm Google uses for this is not authority-centric. You don't need to be a Wikipedia to get them. You don't need to get a lot of links to get them. And what they're doing is they're measuring the quality of the content on the page. So that's the key. And this actually is a new type of SEO. It's a new thing that you can do that we weren't talking about a year ago.